It's looking like the end of an era in Golden State. The Golden State Warriors are preparing themselves to lose Klay Thompson this offseason, which also means the end of the Warriors dynasty. It's been a horrible 24 hours if you're a Golden State Warriors fan. Paul George declined his player option, which means he cannot be traded, so he can no longer be traded to the Golden State Warriors. And the Golden State Warriors lost an all-time great player of their franchise in Klay Thompson. I just want to say, before I get into this video, I know some people are going to remember Klay Thompson as, the way he went out in Golden State, which is 0 for 10 in that playing game, which honestly really sucks because that's just recency biased. But, for me, I'm going to remember Klay Thompson and Steph Curry as the greatest duo I've seen in my lifetime so far. I never got to watch Jordan and Pippen. I never got to watch Shaq and Kobe. So Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are like my Shaq and Kobe or my Jordan and Pippen. Like, this is the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history. No matter the era, I'll argue that with anybody. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson have been the funnest duo as well, in my opinion. Klay Thompson, probably one of my favorite players of all time. But I just wanted to pay respect to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson because, like I said, they'll go down as one of the greatest duos I've ever seen. But let's get into this video. The Lakers, Clippers, and Mavericks are the teams expected to pursue Klay Thompson this offseason. In my opinion, I think the Lakers should go all in on Trae Young. I expect Trae Young to request a trade out of Atlanta in the next coming days after they just traded DeJounte Murray yesterday. And I'm not sure if they should go all in on Klay Thompson. They did just draft Dalton Connect, but you can never go wrong with too much shooting. I just think I think the Lakers' main priority should be going all in on Trae Young if he's made available. For the Clippers, like I said, they're losing Paul George, so I think Klay Thompson wants to sign with the contender, so I'm not too sure if he would go to the Clippers. But we got to remember, for the Lakers and Clippers, Klay Thompson might want to play there, especially the Lakers. Klay Thompson's dad was a former Los Angeles Lakers player, so he could take a hometown discount with either of those teams, but I would expect it to be the Lakers over the Clippers. For the Dallas Mavericks, I think this is the perfect fit, though. The Mavericks were just in the finals, obviously, and they really, really need shooting. They had PJ Washington. He's just like a streaky shooter. Derrick Jones, same thing. They could get hot, but they're not like known as elite shooters. The only elite shooter I would say on the Mavs team right now is Kyrie Irving. Tim Hardaway is like a streaky shooter. I wouldn't really call him an elite shooter. So out of all those three teams, I think the Dallas Mavericks makes the most sense. But I want to add two teams to this list. And these two teams I expect to pursue Klay Thompson as well. It just hasn't really been reported yet. I think the Houston Rockets should absolutely pursue Klay Thompson. They were a 500 team last year, and they really like shooting. They have a good young core. They did just draft Reed Shepherd, who I think was the best shooter in this draft. So if you could add a Reed Shepherd and Klay Thompson in the same offseason, I think, you should do that. Like, adding two elite shooters in the same offseason to an already 500 team could really put you over the top, and I think the Houston Rockets could be a top 6 seed in the Western Conference if they were to add a guy like Klay Thompson. I really like their team. And the next team I would add to this list is the Orlando Magic. This makes so much sense if you're the Orlando Magic. You have guys like Jalen Suggs really improved his shooting, so I'm not going to add Jalen Suggs to this list. But Markelle Fultz, Cole Anthony, Franz Wagner. Who else are we missing? Paulo is not even a good three-point shooter. Like, this team doesn't have an elite shooter on this team. So Klay Thompson, out of all 5 of these teams, I think the Magic need a guy like Klay Thompson the most. If you watch the Orlando Magic series versus the Cavaliers, I think they would have won that series in like 5 games if they had, shooting. Because Paulo was just getting triple teamed. As soon as he would get in the paint, he was just getting swarmed. He would pass out to the shooter, and they would just miss. Like, that's why it was such a low-scoring series. If you guys watched that series was horrible. It was borderline unwatchable, in my opinion. So the Magic main priority this offseason needs to be that shooting, and I think Klay Thompson makes so much sense. But those are my teams. Those are my 2 teams who I would add to this list. Let me know down below what you guys think about Klay Thompson leaving the Warriors. What team is he going to sign with? I just wanted to quickly, come on here and say what's next for Klay Thompson, because I think there's a lot of options here. I think he needs to weigh out all of these, and I really just hope the best for Klay Thompson. I'm a Klay Thompson fan, and I want to see him, do good. I want to see him end his career very good. But like I said, let me know down below where you guys think Klay Thompson is going. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.